Hello, 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 my friendliest of friendly friends. It is I, Veyr, here again today, and for today's video, we shall be making chimichurri, which, if you didn't know, is an Argentinian, my apologies, an Argentinian sauce, which is most commonly eaten with meat, I think. So, the story behind it is my dad grew up in Argentina, so, well, he spent his teenage years in Argentina, I think, so obviously he picked up some of the foods there, and this is one of the things that we always do at steak. So, yeah. So the first ingredient we have here is Italian parsley, and not regular parsley. There's a distinction between regular parsley and Italian parsley, and while you can make it with regular parsley or cilantro, Italian parsley tastes better. I think traditionally it's fine to make it with cilantro, but not regular parsley. That doesn't count. So, I mean, this is probably going to take a while to chop, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this entire part. I'll probably chunk out bits of it. So basically, what you do at the beginning is you try to chop it as finely as possible because, well, I mean, that's sort of what I mean, it helps you, excuse me, it helps you make if you chop it really finely at the beginning, it helps with your later chopping, because you have to mince this really finely. But you don't want to put it in the blender, and the reason for this is because if you put it in a blender, it kind of shreds everything, and then you don't get the texture that makes this so good, because it's kind of crunchy. Because the two big ingredients are parsley and garlic. And after that and then to make it a sauce, you put olive oil, and then to give it some flavor, you put some vinegar. And, of course, you put salt and pepper to taste. In this case, I put a lot of salt and pepper. You'll see that later in the video. I put a lot of salt and pepper because that's just what what you generally would put in here. So, I lost my train of thought. It's okay, it's a long video. I can lose my train of thought a few times, no one will mind. Well, it's awfully jiggly. Now, the thing about the GoPro is that the GoPro is really crappy at recording sound. So, I'm voicing over this, and that's pretty jiggly, because I'm, doing the choppy thing with one hand. By no means am I a accomplished chef. This is probably the only legit dish I know how to cook. Everything else is either some form of eggs or some form of stupid Veyr cooking, which I also do plan to do before I leave. Hopefully, I'll have time to do that. This video will probably be going up Sunday, and then the video after that will probably be going up later than that, but just remember that I left on Sunday in case you were curious, in case you weren't aware. So I'm just going to skip this part now because it would be pretty boring if you had to watch an entire thing of me chopping this for like 10 minutes. And we're done. Alright. And now that's the first thing, so let's chuck it in a bowl real fast. And then after that, we're gonna start chopping the other things. I mean, I don't really have much to say about chucking it in a bowl because I'm just chucking it in a bowl. I mean, what can I say? I'm chucking it in a bowl, right? I mean... I took a real time to chuck in the bowl real quick. It wasn't real quick at all. Alright. And now over here in the pantry, we're going to grab a clove of garlic, or preferably a nice clove of garlic, because we're going to need the entire clove of garlic. And then I was looking for something. I thought it was that, but I realized it wasn't. So I put it back, because it was actually that. And by that, I mean oregano and rosemary. These couple little jars. I guess they're jars, they're plastic. But these guys are filled with dried rosemary and oregano that I got from the backyard. These are optional. You don't need them, but I think it tastes better with them. So... yeah, some leftover parsley, I'll just eat it. Yeah, unfortunately, the GoPro couldn't record my munching. That was disappointing. Because the GoPro is so bad at recording sound. I think it's because it's sealed. Because the thing is waterproof. Like, if you chuck in the water, it doesn't die. So, likewise, there's really no way for this thing to really record sound. So I just turned the sound from the original video real low. Because there's a stupid, annoying dishwasher in the background. Although I think the GoPro actually didn't record the dishwasher for the most part, just because it was... what do you call it? It's so bad at recording sound, it didn't even record the annoying ones. Which, hey, I'm not complaining about that. So I'm just going to peel up this garlic real quick, and by real quick I mean real slow, because it's a lot slower than me talking, and I don't have anything better to say while it's peeling. I mean, I guess I'll just be quiet. You know, I was actually surprised that the GoPro had such a wide field of view. I should have remembered, because I haven't recorded anything with it in such a long time. But it's incredible how wide the field of view is on the GoPro. Because I adjusted the GoPro, because I wasn't sure exactly how far. Yeah, see, at this point I think I'm adjusting it. And I wasn't exactly sure how far it needed to be adjusted, so I adjusted a little bit more so you could see the down a little better and saw less of the cabinets. Because I don't think it was that interesting to look at the cabinets. And now I get the big knife. And the purpose of the big knife is not to cut the steak over there, but to whack the garlic. Yeah. And I pull the garlic out of its shell. I think, because I hadn't whacked garlic in a long time, so the first one wasn't so great. And then after that, I'll whack some more garlic. Oh, you can actually hear that. Oh, that's funny. You can actually hear that in the sound. So I sort of nudged the garlic out of there. Anyhow, I'll speed up this part because I don't think it's that entertaining to watch. And then here you're going to add some olive oil, and you want quite a bit of it because this is a sauce after all. And I ran out, so I'm just going to go grab some more. And then some salt and pepper. Then some red wine vinegar. You want to make sure it's red wine vinegar and not regular vinegar. And if you don't have it, you could also use lemons or limes. Lemons preferred. And then finally some dried rosemary and oregano. This is optional. These are from my garden, so these are really nice. But if you don't have it, it's optional. And then finally you can taste it and just add anything that you think is missing. Here I think it was a little bit bland, so I added some vinegar to give it a bit more pop. And that's it. Thank you for watching my friendliest of friendly friends. A pity that I was sick and this thing was delayed an entire week. But hey, you get it now. So yeah, have a wonderful day and I will see you again next time.